Hello friends, myself Harisankar Prasad Tonde and I am Assistant Professor and Head in the Department of Computer Science, Sant Gahira Guru University, Sarguja, Ambikapur. So students, we are going to study in today's class regarding amplifiers and oscillators. It is a paper of BSc IT part 3 and in this particular subject we are going to discuss unit number 5, that is programming the microprocessor. And students, in this particular unit we are going to discuss the topic introduction to straight line programs, looping programs, mathematical programs. So let's start the topic. So students, we are going to study what is a program. So as you all know, program is nothing but it's a set of instructions given by the user to perform a specific task. And when the task is in the form of some mathematical parts or some looping parts, then will be in like that. So what happened? Computer programs for microprocessors 8088 and 8085, it is very easier to perform the task, and it is very easier to do the instructions which is available to us regarding the looping instructions and regarding the subroutine instructions, regarding the fetch instructions, regarding the mathematical instructions. So all these things we are going to perform with the help of various types of slides we are having. So moving towards the next slide, this is the list of various set of basic computer instructions which we are going to use, and in any particular program we are going to use. AND is used for AND M to AC, M for memory, AC for accumulator. EDD add M to AC, carry to E, M for memory, AC for accumulator. So as you all know, LDA load AC from memory, STA store AC in memory, BUN branch unconditionally to M, CLA clear AC, CLE clear E, CMA complement AC, AC means again accumulator as you all know, CME complement E, CIR circulate right E and AC, CIL circulate left E and AC, HLT for halting the computer, INP input information clear flag, OUT output information clear flag, SKI skip if input flag is on, SKO skip if input flag is on, ION turn interrupt on, IOF turn interrupt off. So these are the basic instructions, students, which anybody, any programmer can use at the time of programming the particular 8085 or 8085 programs. So now we are going to discuss regarding the straight line program. What is a straight line? As we all know, students, straight line is nothing but it has sequence of small points which are joined together to make a line. So what is that particular straight line in our programming concept is, to begin executing a program, the address of its first instruction must be placed into the program counter. Then the processor control circuit uses the information in the PC to fetch and execute instructions one at a time in the order of increasing addresses. This is called straight line sequencing. The processor contains a register called the program counter PC, which holds the address of the instruction to be executed next. To begin executing, the address of its first instruction must be placed onto the instruction. Then the processor control circuit uses the information in the program counter to fetch and execute instructions one at a time in order to increase the addresses. So this is called the straight line sequencing. So in the next slide we are going to discuss the particular concepts regarding the program for straight line program. So what is this? This I stands for the instruction. Move is a particular command which is used for moving the content from either register to memory or from memory to register or to program counter, whatever is the requirement of the user. And we are going to move 4 points at a time. So starting from the I, move A comma R0, and we are going to increment 4 points, and I plus 4 add B comma R0. Afterwards we are again going to add 4 points, and I plus 8 move RO comma C. In this way we are going to move up to the nth points which we are going to use to make the particular straight line. So what happens, how the execution is performing is, executing a given instruction is a two-phase procedure. In the first phase, instruction fetch, the instruction is fetched from the memory location whose address is in the program counter. and this instruction is placed in the instruction register IR in the processor. At the start of the second phase called the instruction execute, the instruction in IR is examined to determine which operation is to be performed. The specified operation is then performed by the processor. This often involves fetching operands from the memory or from the processor register, performing an arithmetic or logic operation and storing the result in the destination location. So this is the particular structure. This is the pictorial representation of a straight line program for adding n numbers. So in the previous particular pictorial representation, we are already familiar that we are going to begin this particular instruction fetching from this I instruction. Move num1 comma r0, we're again incrementing 4 points, add num2 comma r0, afterwards add num3 r0. So we are going to add the various numbers to the register r0. Likewise, we are going to move up to the nth term of number. We are adding each and every particular number to the r0, and at one stage, whatever is the requirement, 100 terms, 200 terms, whatever is the number of terms, at one stage we are going to add it, sum the particular all the numbers and store to the memory. So this is a straight line program for adding n number, students, and afterwards what happened, the straight line is going to be performed and all the numbers are going to be added and it will be displayed on the output screen. So in the next particular slide, programming loops we are going to discuss. It is very interesting, students. Why? Because looping are nothing but it's a sequence of instructions which are executed many times, and each time with a different set of data is nothing but it's a loop. So if the body is going to be executed one to many times until the condition becomes false, then it is a loop. So in the particular figure we are going to discuss various types of looping control instructions that are used in the 8088 and 8085 microprocessors. So loop unconditional count in CX sort jump to target address. Loop E means loop if equal 0 count in CX sort jump to target address. Loop NE, loop if not equal count in CX sort jump to target address. JCXZ, jump if CX equals 0. Subroutine and interrupt instructions. These are the various subroutine and interrupt instructions which are also being used. Call RET means call return from procedure. Int into software interrupt with overflow. IRIT return from interrupt. So these are the various types of instructions which we are going to use in the looping part. So this is a particular Fortran program for addition of 100 numbers. As you all know, this is a very simple program, and dimension A 100, this will be the size of the array A, and integer sum comma A, this will be the declaration of the variable sum and A, and we are going to initialize sum with 0. This means we are going to add the particular numbers to the sum variable. And 2 3 j equal to 1 comma 100, this means each time we are going to perform until the loop is going to be executed, and in each particular repetition of the loop we are going to input a new number from the keyboard. So what happens, do 3 j equal to 1, this is the initialization. As we all know, any loop is having three part: initialization, test condition and increment or decrement. So starting from the j equal to 1 up to 100, sum is equal to sum plus aj, and each time we are going to add the particular number to the sum variable, and that will be stored to the sum variable, and afterward it will be displayed on the memory. So this is the pictorial representation of the particular looping part, how it is going to be looped. This is the program loop which we are going to use, and it depends upon the type of requirement of the user, of the programmer, which type of loop they are going to use. So many types of loops are available within the particular languages. Move n comma r1, this is the starting part. Clear r0, we are going to clear r0, as earlier flags are having some values, then that will be initialized to 0. And determine address of next number and add next number to r0. This is the particular step, and determine r1. Afterwards, what happens then? Branch greater than 0. If the branching is there, then what happens? It will be testing of the particular loop, and until we are going to start from n and up to the particular condition branch greater than 0, until it becomes greater than 0, then only the loop is going to be performed. So up to the one term, the loop is going to be performed from n to 1, and as soon as 0 appears on the loop, it will be going out from the particular loop. So move, afterwards what happened, move r0 comma sum, so the particular sum will be stored to the value. So in such cases what happens, we are going to do a programming part, means we are going to repeat the particular instructions one after another until that condition becomes false. So this is a shorter example of the particular looping statements. So we are going to discuss the program loops. This is a particular program which is going to be used in the assembly language, and definitely we are going to start org 100. This is the origin of the program in hexadecimal 100. LDA ADS means load first address of operand. STA PTR means storing in the pointer variable. LDA NBR means load minus 100. STA CTR means store in the counter. CLA means clear accumulator, and here is the loop starts. Add PTR R1. What happens? Add an operand to accumulator. ISZ increment pointer. ISZ CTR means increment counter. One loop means repeat loop again and again. STA sum equal to store the sum here, and afterwards what happen? We are going to halt the computer. Next part is ADS HEX 150 first address of operands, HEX 0 reserved for a pointer, DEC minus 100 initial value for a counter, HEX 0 reserved for a counter, HEX 0 sum is stored here, ORG 150 origin of operands is hexadecimal 150, DEC 75 first operand. Likewise, one after another we are going to do. The last one is a DEC 23, the last operand, and afterwards we are going to fetch the end part, and then this means end of the symbolic program. So students, this is all about the particular programming part, and this particular screen we have already discussed: loop, loop E, loop PNE, JC, XW, subroutine and interrupt instructions, call RET, int, into. We have already discussed, so I am skipping this, and this will be the particular structure, how the particular general purpose register is going to work and how it is used in the memory location. Let us going to understand this. Add R1 comma R0, this will be the part in the memory, main memory, and afterwards various operands are going to be stored here. B, and this will be the single register R1 which is holding the value B, and it will be a register. So this is the work of a general purpose register, students, and afterwards this is a memory location which is going to be fetched by the processor in the memory. Add A R0, likewise B, and this will be the part of A dash 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 up to the operand, whatever is the number of operands we are going to use. We are moving from that particular location to the end of the location. Afterwards, each and every time the memory is fetched and the value stored here, that is going to be fetched, and it must be calculated. So students, in this particular slide we are going to discuss the mathematical programs. What are mathematical programs? Various types of mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is performed with the help of mathematical programs. And let us start various types of instructions which we are going to use with our programming purposes. Add sub means add, comma subtract byte or word. ADC SBB add, subtract byte or word and carry. INC DAC increment, decrement byte or word. NEG negate byte or word, 2's complement. CMP compare byte or word, subtract without storing. MULDIV multiply, divide byte or word unsigned. IML IDIV integer multiply, divide byte or word signed. CBW CWD convert byte to word, word to double word. AA AAS AAM AAD means this is A for addition, this is subtraction, this is for multiplication, this is for division. ASCII adjust for add, sub, multi and division. DAA comma DAS decimal adjust for addition, subtraction, BCD numbers. So this is a simple program we are going to implement with the help of assembly language, and this will be the showing the address part, and this will be the contents part. This is we are familiar in the earlier videos also. So what happens, we are going to start the particular program. Move n comma r1, move hash num1 comma r2. This will be the initialization part. Clear r0. After initializing, we are going to clear the register r0, and this is the particular looping branch. And a double the add r2 comma r0, add hash 4 comma r2, decrement r1, branch greater than 0, loop, move r0 comma sum. This will be the last part, and afterwards we are going to end the program. So the description is like this. Register R2 is used as a pointer to the number in the list and the operand access indirectly through R2. The initialization section of the program load counter value and from memory location and into R1 and uses the immediate addresses to place the address value num1, which is the address of the first number in the list. So likewise, what happens, various types of moves we are going to take so that the values are going to be appear from one to another, and at the last time the sum is holding the particular last value, means final value after addition. So students, this is all from my side in today's class. I hope you understand very well, and in today's class we are going to discuss the straight line program, looping programs and mathematical programs, and I hope this is very useful to you, and watch carefully and definitely you will be benefited regarding the examination point of view. Thank you so much from my side this time. Thanks.